In 1989, the entertainment world witnessed a historic turning point when a television project titled Seinfeld first aired on the NBC network. At that time, no one could have imagined that a show dubbed as a show about nothing, meaning it lacked a dramatic plot or moralizing messages, could completely redefine the sitcom genre with its small, everyday stories revolving around life in New York City. Seinfeld quickly became a global cultural phenomenon, an immortal monument that remains unsurpassed in terms of creative ideas. As of the year 2026, it has been exactly 37 years since the first episode premiered. 37 years is a long enough time for the world to change, from technology to lifestyle, but one thing remains steadfast, and that is the passionate love of millions of fans for the legendary quartet of Jerry, Elaine, George, and Kramer. In today's special video, we will take a journey back in time to reunite with 15 faces who formed the soul of this show. We will update their current status to see if the journey of time has been cruel or brilliant, who has become a powerful billionaire, and who has chosen a secluded life away from the spotlight. Before we begin, I have a small survey for the diehard fans. If you believe Seinfeld is the greatest sitcom of all time, please leave a number 1 in the comments. If you still prefer Friends or another show, please press number 2. We would love to know your thoughts. 1. Jerry Seinfeld. Starting today's list is none other than the soul of the entire series, comedian Jerry Seinfeld. Looking back to 1989, when the show first debuted, Jerry was a passionate 35-year-old stand-up comedian. Audiences surely remember the image of a Jerry with signature thick black hair, frequently appearing in high-waisted jeans and energetic white sneakers. He brought his own life and meticulous observational comedy style to the screen, turning the smallest trifles into hearty laughter for millions of American families. Fast forward to 2026, Jerry Seinfeld has now turned 72. Although time has turned his once jet black hair white, he still maintains the lean, slender physique that has become his personal brand. At the age of 72, Jerry is no longer interested in dramatic film roles. Instead, he devotes his heart to producing creative programs and continuing his global stand-up comedy tours to maintain his passion for the stage lights. Regarding his private life, after the show ended, Jerry found a happy home with his wife Jessica Sklar in 1999. Their small family has always been filled with laughter with the birth of 3 talented children. One of the secrets helping Jerry stay sharp and fit in his later years is a disciplined lifestyle combined with maintaining a daily meditation habit for decades. When it comes to his legacy, Jerry Seinfeld is truly a pillar of power. As of 2026, he is one of the few comedians to achieve billionaire status with an estimated net worth exceeding $1.1 billion. Additionally, he leaves admirers in awe with his massive car collection of over 150 extremely rare and expensive Porsches. Tfo, Julia Louis-Dreyfus. Continuing our journey back in time, we come to the only lady and also an indispensable element of the legendary quartet, the talented actress Julia Louis-Dreyfus in the role of Elaine Bennis. In 1989, when she began participating in the Seinfeld project, Julia was just a young woman of 28, full of energy. She quickly won the hearts of fans thanks to her intelligent beauty, expressive eyes, and especially her thick curly hair, which became a fashion icon of the 90s. The image of Elaine in gentle floral dresses, paired with stylish Oxford shoes and her classic awkward dance, has become an indelible memory for audiences. Moving into 2026, at the age of 65, Julia Louis-Dreyfus is still considered a living treasure of Hollywood cinema. Though traces of time have begun to appear, she still maintains a noble, sophisticated appearance and a rare, confident demeanor. Julia has not only maintained an intense attraction, but also continued to garner a series of prestigious awards. Confirming her position as a contemporary queen of comedy, her life journey has not only been rosy, but has also gone through harsh trials. In 2017, Julia shocked the world when she announced she had breast cancer. However, with an optimistic spirit and strong will, she defeated the illness and became a powerful, inspiring icon for the community. Regarding her private life, many admire her for her stable marriage of nearly 40 years with her husband Brad Hall. They have raised 2 grown sons, both of whom followed their parents' profession and are achieving certain success in the arts. Financially, Julia Louis-Dreyfus possesses a vast fortune that anyone would envy. Not only has she accumulated approximately $250 million from acting fees and advertisements, but she is also the official heir to the Louis-Dreyfus Group, a multi-billion-dollar global business empire. It can be said that Julia is the clearest proof of a woman who has achieved total success from career and wealth to family happiness. 3. Jason Alexander. Moving away from the glamour and power of Queen Elaine, we will meet a character who always brings a sense of being both pitiful and laughable with impossible plans. That is Jason Alexander in the role of George Costanza. In 1989, when he first appeared on the small screen, Jason was only 30 years old. However, his appearance at that time was often described by audiences as much older than his actual age, partly due to his receding hairline and the somewhat classic clothing style of the character George, with an irritable, anxious personality and the hilarious situations he created himself. Jason Alexander built one of the greatest supporting characters of all time, making viewers both angry and sympathetic. Coming to the milestone of 2026, actor Jason Alexander has now turned 67. After nearly 4 decades, the balding hair of yesteryear has completely disappeared, giving way to a dignified look with a white beard frequently seen in public. Although the marks of age are deep on his face, his witty eyes and radiant smile still maintain a unique charm that is unmistakable in Hollywood. Regarding his career, Jason's post-Seinfeld journey was not paved with roses. He once admitted to having great difficulty escaping the massive shadow of the George Costanza character, which was deeply etched in the minds of the audience. However, with innate talent and perseverance, Jason turned to theater and achieved brilliant success on the prestigious Broadway stage. Additionally, he became a professional voice artist, participating in many famous animated film projects from major studios. In his family life, he makes many colleagues admire him for maintaining a happy marriage with his wife Dana E. Title since 1982. The two have raised 2 grown sons in an environment full of love and understanding. Financially, as of 2026, Jason Alexander's fortune is estimated to be around $50 million. Instead of enjoying a luxurious life, he spends a lot of time and heart on community charity activities, as well as teaching acting to the younger generation. He hopes his valuable experience will help new actors on their challenging artistic path. 4. Michael Richards. Saying goodbye to George and his everyday troubles, let us prepare to welcome the strangest neighbor, the one who can swing open any door in a way no one expects. That is Michael Richards in the role of Cosmo Kramer. Back in 1989, when the character Kramer first appeared by sliding into Jerry's apartment, Michael Richards was 40 years old. With an impressive height of 191 centimeters and a genius for physical comedy, he turned Kramer into a unique comedic icon. Michael's baggy vintage outfits, upright hair, and unparalleled body reactions made audiences double over with laughter every time he appeared on screen. Reaching the year 2026, actor Michael Richards has now turned 77. After nearly 4 decades, the energetic neighbor of the past has chosen a much quieter and more secluded life. His face now bears the deep wrinkles of time, and the eyes that once burned with comedic energy now hold the calm and reflective look of a person who has lived through many major life events. When mentioning Michael Richards' career, we cannot ignore the bitter lows. After the brilliant success of Seinfeld, his career nearly collapsed, completely following a serious verbal scandal at a comedy club in 2006. This incident caused the public to turn away from him and forced him away from the spotlight for a long time. However, with an effort to make amends and find peace in his soul, in 2024, he released a memoir titled Entrances and Exits. The book is not only a narrative about his acting career, but also a sincere apology he wanted to send to the audience after past mistakes. In his private life, he is enjoying peaceful days with his wife Beth Skip and their young son, finding simple happiness after the storms of his career. Financially, although he is no longer highly active, thanks to royalties from the classic show, Michael Richards' fortune as of 2026 remains at approximately $30 million. This is a sufficient figure for him to have a comfortable life and take good care of his small family in his later years. 5. Wayne Knight. After parting ways with Jerry's strangest neighbor, we meet a character whose name alone caused Jerry to exclaim with humorous hatred, "Hello, Newman." That is actor Wayne Knight, who brilliantly portrayed the obnoxious yet unforgettable mailman. In 1989, when he first appeared in the world of Seinfeld, Wayne Knight was 34 years old. With his signature chubby appearance, a face that always exuded cunning, and a triumphant laugh, he built a Newman who was both lazy and mischievous, yet an indispensable piece for creating comedic conflict in the show. Moving to the year 2026, actor Wayne Knight has now turned 71. His current image has truly surprised and impressed fans, no longer the round mailman of years ago. Wayne underwent a spectacular weight loss process to protect his health in his old age. Although his appearance is much leaner than before, his sharp eyes and flexible facial expressions remain just as they were during his early days at the NBC studios. Regarding his private life and career, Wayne Knight has experienced memorable ups and downs. After his first marriage ended, he found new happiness with his current wife, Clara Domchenu. In 2006, the couple has built a warm home and has one son together, in contrast to the character Newman, who was shunned by everyone. In real life, Wayne is an artist respected by colleagues for his diverse talents. He not only acts but is also extremely successful in voice acting. His distinctive voice has contributed to the success of many major animated projects from Disney and Pixar, helping him maintain a steady influence in Hollywood for decades. Financially, as of 2026, Wayne Knight's net worth is estimated at approximately $8 million. Although this figure may seem modest compared to the four main characters, it is a testament to a persistent artistic career and his intelligence in personal financial management. 6. Jerry Stiller. Leaving behind the mailman, who was Jerry's entertaining rival, we enter a nostalgic space to pay tribute to the veterans who left an indelible mark before passing away. The first person we must mention is the late artist Jerry Stiller, who brilliantly played Frank Costanza, George's yelling and hot-tempered father. At the time he joined the show, he was a veteran actor at the age of 62. With an explosive acting style and iconic lines like Festivus for the rest of us, Jerry Stiller created a classic character that no one has been able to replace. Although he passed away in 2020 at the age of 92, as of 2026, his name is still mentioned as a great monument of the sitcom genre. His artistic legacy did not stop at Seinfeld, as he later achieved great success with the series The King of Queens. In real life, he made all of Hollywood admire his loyal 62-year marriage to his late wife, Anne Mara. Their marriage was not only a solid foundation for their careers, but also an ideal model of love in the volatile art world. When he passed, he left his famous son, actor Ben Stiller, a fortune worth about $12 million, along with an invaluable spiritual legacy that no money can measure. 7. Estelle Harris. Continuing the memories of the Costanza family and their comedic troubles, we cannot forget the mother with the high-pitched voice and nagging personality, Estelle Costanza, played by the late actress Estelle Harris. When she began appearing in the show, she was 61 years old. With her wonderful chemistry with co-star Jerry Stiller, she created an old couple who were always bickering yet deeply attached, bringing hearty laughter to audiences across generations. The image of a mother who was always overly anxious and constantly argued with her son George became an essential part of the soul of this series. Sadly, Estelle Harris took her last breath in 2022 at the age of 93. By 2026, she is still fondly called by fans as the national grandmother of America. Her career after Seinfeld was also very impressive, especially her voice work for the character Mrs. Potato Head in the hit Toy Story animated film series, completely opposite to her loud screen persona. In real life, she had an extremely peaceful and happy life with her husband Cy Harris and their 3 devoted children. She always chose a simple lifestyle, staying away from entertainment industry scandals to focus on caring for her family. According to financial reports, her estimated fortune at the time of her passing was around $5 million, a worthy figure for her decades of tireless work. 8. Bryan Cranston. Moving away from memories of the veterans, let us look back at a face that in 1989 was only a minor supporting actor. Bryan Cranston in the role of dentist Tim Whatley. At that time, at the age of 33, Bryan Cranston appeared with a youthful and mischievous look, taking on a guest role without much screen time. Few could have expected that the dentist who often caused awkward situations for Jerry would become one of the most powerful A-list stars with the most flourishing career on our list of 15 actors today. Fast forward to 2026, Bryan Cranston has now reached the age of 70. After the historic success of his role as Walter White in the legendary series Breaking Bad, he has become an icon of peak, acting with a series of prestigious Emmy and Golden Globe Awards. Regarding his private life, he is always proud of his happy decades-long marriage to his wife Robin Dearden and their talented daughter Taylor. Bryan is known as a family man who has kept his humility even while standing at the height of fame. Financially, his estate as of now is estimated at approximately $40 million. This is the sweet result of persistent labor and not being afraid to challenge himself with heavy and psychologically diverse roles, making him a living monument in the world's movie capital. 9. Patrick Warburton. The next character we reunite with is Elaine's quirky boyfriend David Puddy, played by actor Patrick Warburton, back in 1989. When he first appeared in the film, Patrick was only 25 years old, possessing an ideal height, a muscular build, and a hilariously deadpan and masculine face. He created a David Puddy with a unique romantic style and an excessive passion for the Devils hockey team. The half-joking, half-serious interactions between him and Julia Louis-Dreyfus were always a highlight that attracted audiences whenever his character appeared. Entering 2026, at the age of 62, Patrick Warburton still maintains the form of a stylish gentleman despite his hair graying over time. Although his appearance is somewhat older, his deep, powerful voice, which is his most potent weapon, remains unchanged. This special voice has helped him become one of the voice-acting kings in Hollywood with hundreds of large and small projects. Regarding his private life, he is known as one of the artists with the most fulfilling family lives in the entertainment world. He has been with his wife Kathy for many years, and together they raised 4 grown children. Personal stability has been the foundation, helping him focus on sustainable career development. Financially, thanks to huge income from massive voice acting contracts and acting fees, Patrick Warburton currently owns a net worth of $20 million. 10. John O'Hurley. Finally, in this part of the list is the presence of actor John O'Hurley, who portrayed Elaine's elegant and somewhat dramatic boss, J. Peterman. In 1989, at age 35, John O'Hurley made a strong impression on the audience with his gallant look, confident demeanor, and a voice rich in theatrical quality. His character, J. Peterman, was not just a simple boss, but also an explorer with enchanting stories, creating an interesting and sophisticated color in the daily lives of the main characters. By 2026, having turned 72, John O'Hurley still maintains his form and inherent politeness. He frequently appears in public as a vibrant middle-aged gentleman, especially in his role as a host for major national dog show events. After a marriage breakup in the past, he is currently enjoying a fulfilling and happy life with his wife, Lisa Meslow, and their son. John always knows how to balance work and family while participating in many positive social activities. Regarding assets, as of 2026, his fortune is estimated at approximately $12 million. This is a well-deserved result for his versatility in many fields, from acting and hosting to writing and business, confirming his position as a multi-talented artist in America. Elaine. Heidi Swedberg. Moving away from the elegant gentleman and A-list stars, let us come to the final pieces of our list, where some individuals chose completely different paths after the spotlight faded. Our next character is Heidi Swedberg, who played Susan Ross, the poor girl with the most tragic fate as the fiancée of George Costanza. In 1989, when she first joined the show, Heidi was just a young girl of 23 with a gentle and tender beauty. Although the character Susan had a shocking end, Heidi's acting left a deep impression of a patient woman who endured the bizarre antics of Jerry's group of friends. By the year 2026, at the age of 60, Heidi Swedberg has completely moved on from her acting glory a long time ago. Instead of continuing to pursue a competitive film career, she chose a more peaceful path by becoming a professional ukulele artist. Currently, she spends most of her time teaching music to children and performing at community events. Heidi chooses a simple, humble lifestyle and stays completely away from media scrutiny or the Hollywood spotlight. Financially, her fortune is estimated to stay at around $1 million, a figure sufficient for her to enjoy a free life and pursue her pure artistic passion. 12. Larry David. Next, we cannot fail to mention a man who, despite rarely appearing directly on screen, was the head architect behind every success of this series. Larry David. In 1989, at the age of 42, he was not only the co-creator, but also directly provided the voice for the character of George's boss, Mr. Steinbrenner. With a sharp and somewhat eccentric comedic mind, Larry was the one who breathed life into the scripts about nothing but full of satire, turning the most trivial, everyday situations into immortal pop culture legacies of American television. Entering 2026, at the age of 79, Larry David still holds the title of the most beloved grumpy old clown in the entire world. He continues to reap resounding success with his personal series and maintains a profound influence in the stand-up comedy world. Regarding his private life, after his first marriage, he remarried in 2020 to Ashley Underwood. He is also the proud father of two beautiful and talented daughters, who established their names early on in the art world. From a financial perspective, Larry David is one of the wealthiest people in entertainment, with a net worth estimated to fluctuate between 400 and 500 million US dollars. This is a well-deserved result for his master intelligence and tireless contributions to the entertainment industry for over 4 decades. 13. Liz Sheridan. Returning to the somber notes of nostalgia, we pay tribute to the late actress Liz Sheridan, who portrayed Helen Seinfeld, Jerry's mother. When she first took on this role, she was 60 years old. With a kind face and a warm acting style, Liz Sheridan successfully built the image of a mother who always loved and defended her son in every situation. Her proud lines about Jerry have become a sweet memory for those who followed the show over many years. Unfortunately, she passed away in 2022 at the age of 93. Before becoming a famous television mother, few knew that Liz Sheridan was a talented professional dancer and once experienced a passionate youthful romance with the film legend James Dean. She lived her final years quietly and peacefully in New York City, where she always cherished beautiful memories of the acting profession and her close colleagues. Although she is gone, the image of mother Helen Seinfeld, who believed in her son unconditionally, will live forever in the hearts of the audience. The legacy she left behind is not dry financial figures, but the love and warmth she spread through every classic frame. 14. Barney Martin. Accompanying Helen throughout the seasons was Morty Seinfeld, played by the late actor Barney Martin. He entered the world of Seinfeld at the age of 66, bringing the image of a straightforward, sometimes stubborn, but very respectable father. Barney Martin successfully portrayed a Morty who was always preoccupied with wallets or small business stories, creating a humorous and heartwarming balance alongside his wife Helen. The perfect chemistry between him and the lead cast created a Seinfeld family as authentic and relatable as any real-life family. Actor Barney Martin passed away in 2005 due to lung cancer, leaving infinite grief for the crew and fans. Before turning to the arts, he was a real New York City police officer. It was his real-life experience that helped Barney bring integrity, composure, and deep insight into each of his roles. He always received absolute respect from young colleagues like Jerry Seinfeld and Jason Alexander because of his professional work ethic and kind personality. Even though he has been gone for more than 20 years, the image of the old policeman turned father Morty remains an inseparable part when mentioning the resounding success of Seinfeld years ago. 15. Larry Hankin. The final character closing our list of 15 faces that made the Seinfeld name is actor Larry Hankin, who played Tom Pepper, the actor who played Kramer in the fictional pilot within the series itself. In 1989, at the age of 49, Larry Hankin made a strong impression on the audience with his signature gaunt face and lanky height, creating a bizarre and interesting version of Kramer. Although only a supporting role, his appearance always created awkward and humorous situations, confirming his talent as an actor specializing in eccentric roles in Hollywood. By 2026, at the age of 86, Larry Hankin is still persistent and diligent in playing small roles in independent film projects. He is known as a pure artist who spends all his time writing scripts, painting, and creating art instead of chasing flashy material values. Larry Hankin currently lives a free and modest single life. His net worth is estimated at around $400,000 US, a figure that correctly reflects his philosophy of simple living and lack of interest in fame or wealth. The life of Larry Hankin is a testament to a burning love for the profession, where an artist still finds joy in work at any age or social status. Ladies and gentlemen, 37 years is truly a long journey with many life fluctuations. Looking back at this list, we see very different destinies, Some have risen to become the most powerful billionaires in entertainment. Some chose to give up the glory to find peace with the sound of a ukulele. And there are great faces who have passed away forever, leaving a gap that cannot be filled in the hearts of global fans. However, there is a magical miracle called cinema. Because every time the impromptu opening music of Seinfeld plays, we see them forever young in their 20s and 30s in stories about nothing but filled with hearty laughter. Time may turn hair gray and leave wrinkles at the corners of the eyes, but the artistic values this cast brought to pop culture are certainly immortal. Thank you for joining us on this journey back in time to pay tribute to the legends in our hearts. Do not forget to hit the channel subscription button so you do not miss the next journeys of the then and now section. Goodbye, and see you in the upcoming videos.